Hey everyone, this is my review of the Harley Riding Academy beginner course. So this is very similar to the MSF course that you can take, but the difference is you do this at a Harley-Davidson dealership. It's 3 days instead of 2 days, and you get to ride either a Street 500 or an X350, which is a bike that's not available in the US. So day one was at the Hellbender location, and it was all classroom stuff. We were going through the MSF handbook and learning a bunch of different things, and then we did some activities to illustrate the things that we were learning. So the activities covered how bad and narrow people's peripheral vision is, how to avoid dangerous situations and prevent crashes, how slow average reaction time is, and the average reaction time, we kind of did our own test of our reaction time with someone else dropping a ruler and us trying to catch it. So it was just showing us that our reaction times aren't as good as we think they are, and we shouldn't expect other people's to be either. We talked about braking distance, just all sorts of things like that, and we covered everything from Find C, which is, starting your bike up, a little routine you go through, T-clocks, which is before you get on the bike, just an inspection of every little part of the bike, and ATGAT, which is all the gear all the time. And then we also talked about escape routes and just obvious things like what to do in a turn. All right, so I made it up here to the Southern Devil Harley-Davidson dealer. You can kind of see the sign in the background over there. So I think those are the instructors' motorcycles. And then what we're riding is over here. So I just wanted to show you the bikes we're going to be riding. I'm not going to film during the course because I think I need to focus. This is where I'll be practicing today with the other riders. So there are 2 Street 500s, and the rest are this other model. So I have a feeling I'll be riding one of those. So we just got done with the first couple of exercises. They have us on the X350s and a couple of the other riders on the Street 500. So far, it's pretty easy going. We've done rocking back and forth with the friction zone, using the friction zone to get across the parking lot, and then actually riding a little bit in first and giving it a tiny bit of throttle. And so far, everybody's doing a good job. Maybe one person dropped a bike. It's been pretty good so far. Eventually, we were practicing stops when we were going around curves. We were doing U-turns, swerves, laps using turn signals, checking the mirror, and standing up on the pegs to go over obstacles. So they put like a 2x4 out, and we ran over that and just stood up right before it. Figure eights and weaving through cones was one of the first things we did. At first, it was hard for a lot of people to get used to because in addition to all these exercises, a lot of people were still just getting used to clutching, which I had a little bit of experience going into this, and that helped me to not worry so much about the shifting. All right, so day 3, we practiced a little bit more before taking the test, and for the test, we did U-turns, we did stops, so like emergency braking, swerves, weaves. So a lot of that stuff was actually in the test as well, although not everything we covered was in the test. All right, guys, the class is still outside, but everybody passed. So the pros of this course, there were some great instructors. One of them was a retired motorcycle cop, so he had a lot of experience. And then the other one, I can't remember what she did other than this for a living, but she was just very, very thorough as well and just understood everything about the bike and had lots of experience as well. So another pro of this was getting to ride the X350. So it's weird. It's kind of like a Harley sports bike. I had never ridden a bike where the controls were further back rather than mid-control, so it was kind of interesting getting used to being leaned forward while learning all this stuff. And it wasn't too hard to get used to, but it was interesting. And then I liked that it had an extra day over the MSF course. I think separating a classroom day out from riding was kind of nice to give you all the time to focus on what you're doing each day. And then, of course, if you go through either the MSF course or this, most places will have a discount for you of some sort, which is nice. A lot of times you can get a discount on your insurance as well because it counts as like a safety defensive driver course as well. Really, the course might pay for itself if you have insurance that'll take that. My insurance did not, though. But I was able to get a discount at a store on some gear. And then, of course, they also gave me a little Harley gift card, which was kind of nice. That was fun, too. So I feel like the course really was a good value. And then the other thing is you meet a lot of cool people that are learning to ride, and everybody's reason for getting into riding is different. There was a girl there that wanted to ride with her stepdad. That was pretty cool. And then there was a guy whose brother had passed away on a motorcycle, but he still wanted to learn. He just wanted to be safer about it. And so there's just a lot of interesting
people and very cool people, very nice people. So now let's talk about the cons of the course. So I took this course in August, and when we were doing the riding portion, we were outside in what felt like 90 something. I'm not sure how hot it actually was, but when you're on the asphalt, it's probably even hotter. So I would say like 90-degree weather. And then, of course, we had to wear a long sleeve shirt, but we weren't wearing like full padded jackets just because we probably would have passed out if we were, and we're doing mostly low-speed maneuvers. So we had to wear long sleeve shirts, but I chose a moisture wicking shirt. It was still so hot that I almost passed out a few times, and we had to take breaks constantly to go and get water, but we made it through. But I would recommend not taking it in a hot month. So August in Georgia was kind of a mistake. So just know that going in, that you may want to take it during a season that's a little bit cooler. Okay, so this one's slightly more expensive than the MSF course. I chose to do it because I wanted to ride a Harley. At first I was a little disappointed that it was the 350 and not the Street 500 that I got to ride. And then I realized, wait, this is really cool. I'm getting to ride a bike that's not even available in the US. So I actually enjoyed it a lot after realizing that, and getting used to learning on a sport bike kind of style was kind of interesting as well. It's very different from my cruiser. And then the only other con, and you can look at this as a con if you want to or not, but they did get a lot of Harley advertising into the course. So as you're taking the course, they have like a video that they'd play, to introduce a section, and those videos would be very obvious on showing off all the cool gear and stuff that you could buy there after taking the course. So there was a strong element of advertising, but that didn't really bother me too much. As long as I learned what I needed to know from the people that I wanted to learn it from, I was pretty happy, and I feel like I'm a much safer rider because of it. So my final takeaway is I'm super glad that I took this course. It has given me a lot of confidence in my riding, and now there's an internal voice in my head kind of coaching me through things. So if I have to do a low-speed turn, I know what to do. If I'm coming to a sudden stop, I know not to grab, but only to squeeze so that I don't lock up the front wheel. And just a whole bunch of little things like that. I'm constantly looking for escape routes when I'm riding, and I'm making sure to check my mirrors when someone is behind me. So just little things like this that are kind of knowledge that's filtered in to my riding. Now, I don't overly focus on this, but those voices are kind of like there when I'm in a situation where it's needed. I feel like because of the course, I'm a much more informed and safe rider. I still have a lot to work on, and the course kind of exposed that. Just a lot of the slow parking lot maneuvers. I could get better at the figure eight patterns, really tight U-turns, things of that nature. But I have a strong foundation to build upon, and I know how to approach that now. So all in all, I would say I 100% recommend this course to all beginner riders, and I believe that everyone that's going to get on a motorcycle and own one should probably take this course before getting their license, because you'll just have invaluable information that you can use for later, and you'll be a safer rider and a much more confident rider in certain situations. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want more motorcycle content and even a little bit on scooters, please subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next video.